What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. MTG here with another episode. If you're new to the channel, hi there. So this is the iPhone 12 mini, and this is the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Now, when I picked up the iPhone 12 mini, this became my main, my secondary main device. And I always carried an Android as well as an iPhone, but now I switched. I switched over to the iPhone 13 Pro Max as my main iPhone. And I want to talk about why I made the switch, why I switched from the iPhone 12 mini to the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and what are the improvements that I'm getting with the 13 Pro Max that I just don't really have on the 12 mini, and what kind of drove me to switch to a larger phone. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love this. I love the iPhone 13 mini, but it just, with certain reasons that, drive the channel and the business, I had to make the switch, and it was the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and I'm going to talk about it. So let's dive right in. Okay, so the first reason is going to be the battery life. We all know the iPhone 12 mini it didn't have great battery life. This is a great phone. It's literally the iPhone 12 but mini. I absolutely love this device. I went ahead and picked up the iPhone 12 mini because it was a mini iPhone, and it was a powerful mini iPhone. It fits in one hand. It just the quality of this phone it's great. It still is. But the battery is just not. And at first it was all right. The standby time was great. Now it's not. I always turn this device off before I head to sleep because it just isn't that great. I just finished recording 2 videos with this. It's already at 79%. It's not that, it's not what I really want it to be. So there, the battery life just hasn't been that great. In fact, let's go to the battery life in just over a year. Look at that. My battery health is at 96%. It was literally at 100 when the new iPhones came out in September of 2021, and it just dropped 4% that quickly. And now it just isn't that great. So that's probably why I switched, because I had to charge this throughout midday and the evening. I was like, I need an iPhone that's going to last me throughout the day. So I switched to the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Now I could have switched to the 13 Pro. It is still larger, but it just wasn't going to give me the best battery life, like the longest battery life in an iPhone. And this has just been the longest battery life of any phone that I've used. Period. This is the iPhone tank. This is the battery champ. I have no words to say, because the battery life on this is just amazing. It is just amazing. I literally don't need to, I go into my second day of using the iPhone, and maybe towards the evening I'll have to charge the phone. That is if I don't use it for recording videos. That's a different story. But on normal admin days, or if it's, I'm on a trip somewhere and I'm just going to use this phone as, for the YouTube channel, then it lasts me well into the second day. I love this. I'm always getting more than 7 hours of screen on time. And if we look at the battery health, it should be at 100%. There you go. It's just been great. Right now, 3 hours of screen on time. So, and I've only I last charged at 346, so that's some pretty good battery life right there. But I absolutely love it, and that's one of the reasons why I switched, because of the battery gains. And I would actually recommend this for anyone who's looking just as an overall phone with the best battery life. I think I would say iPhone 13 Pro Max is the way to go. Okay, so number 2 is going to be display. Now, the reason why I say display is not. The main reason why for display wasn't because of the size, the screen size, although that was a plus when switching to it. It's the fact that it's the refresh rate. So I use an Android phone, and the Android phones I've been using for the past year have been at least 90 hertz. And I've just gotten used to 90 hertz So when I keep switching back and forth, it's just, while this is a really smooth, and Apple probably makes one of the smoothest 60 hertz panels, it just wasn't, I can feel the difference. So this year, when I saw that Apple implemented 120 hertz into their Pros, I went ahead and picked it up, and I have the largest display on iPhone. It is very big to hold. Like, I'm not a fan of large, using large phones as a daily. I absolutely loved carrying my Galaxy Z Flip 3 because you fold it into a small compact phone and fold it back out into a large phone. I absolutely love that. Imagine if this iPhone was able to fold in half. It was called like the iPhone Flip. That would be pretty cool. We might see that in a couple of years. Who knows? But 120 hertz, like, I can see the difference. It's just day and night. It's there. Like, I see the difference, and it's just difficult going back to a phone that has 60 hertz. So that's really, and a larger display. It's been so much easier to view content. It's been much easier to text. That's what I know. So I absolutely love texting on this device. I'm normally a type of person who I don't like texting, and I rather would choose to just call or FaceTime, whatever. But it just comes easier. But texting just has been great. I absolutely love texting on the 13 Pro Max. But I've just been making really great use of this display, having a larger display, seeing more content. It's been easier to edit my photos on Adobe Lightroom and send it to my MacBook Pro to upload as a thumbnail. So that's the second reason why. It's because of that display and also the 120 hertz that Apple finally implemented in their 2021 iPhone Pro lineup. Okay, so the last reason I want to talk about is camera. And now, look, the iPhone 12 mini doesn't have a bad camera. It has a great camera. It's the iPhone 12 in a compact body. And if you have one, you have an awesome camera. And this may be your device. You might have this in your pocket. You might be watching this video on your iPhone 12 mini, and you probably have the phone in your hand right now that can open so many opportunities and gateways for you, making videos on YouTube or making reels or shorts or whatever it may be. This camera system, this camera that we have on the 12 mini has been awesome. And I still use this for recording videos because it's really that good. But with the iPhone 13 Pro Max, I am getting extra telephoto lens, upgraded, there's some camera hardware, much larger sensors with the cameras. You can definitely see how much larger they are from the 12 mini to the 13 Pro Max, and you're just getting more features with the iPhone 13 Pro and non-13 series lineup. So with the camera upgrades, I thought about upgrading to an iPhone that just had all of the best, the latest and greatest that Apple offers in their camera setup for their iPhones. And it also had that bigger battery and bigger display. So for me, camera was just, and I've seen the results. I use this for mostly for 95% of my top downs right here. Right now, it's a different iPhone recording, but most of the iPhone, if you don't see me talking about a 13 Pro Max in a video, then chances are the top down is an iPhone 13 Pro Max. And you can get so far with an iPhone. Like, you don't need to go and buy the latest iPhone and use that for starting a YouTube channel or starting Instagram Reels or whatever it is, or TikTok or YouTube Shorts, or just any sort of content. You can start off with like an iPhone 12 mini. If you have an iPhone 11, start off with that. Granted, if you have an iPhone 8 in your pocket or you're using it to watch this video right now, you can start off because the greatest camera you have is the one in your pocket. I started off, before I had these and before the channel has gotten this far, I started the channel with an LG G3. And if you go back to my very first videos, which I would personally recommend not to, I'm not happy with them, but they're up there for those to see. And I sometimes go back to see my improvement. I start with an LG G3 and I gradually upgraded my phone as my main camera for the channel to a Samsung Galaxy S8 and then OnePlus 7 Pro, and then I shortly thereafter I did pick up my first DSLR for the channel, and then as you see I just upgraded and the channel has grown and is continuing to grow. So there you have it. That's why I upgraded from the 12 mini to the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Now, I am grateful because I have this opportunity to switch from a past generation iPhone to a newer one from past year, and which is I'm super grateful, like I said. But for those of you, I have had to work for this for years. It has taken me quite a while to come to this point. I'm super grateful. And for those of you who watch my videos, thank you all for the support. If it weren't for you guys watching, liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel, this would not have been possible. Now, for those of you who I just want to put out there, if I was not making these types of videos, if I wasn't even making any videos, I probably would not even have an iPhone. I would not have a secondary phone. My main phone would still probably end up being an Android device, because I just started off with my first smartphone as an Android. And throughout the years, I did use like an iPhone 5S, an iPhone 6, an iPhone 8 Plus at one point. But those didn't become my main device. I've just been so accustomed to using Android. So I've been just super grateful to have a second device carrying an Android device as well as an iPhone device as well. So thank you all for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next episode. Anyway, everybody, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to Superman that like button, comment down below, because with the more interactions we get on this video, not only helps the video and the channel, but also pushes the video out to more viewers. And best of all, Superman that subscribe button. Until next time, everybody, and until next video, this is MTG.